What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So today we are going to talk specifically about Social Security. Here's the reason why. We now have new updates that there is something that Congress and the president himself did not want to do to Social Security, but it seems like that is the only way to keep Social Security solvent past 2033. So because of that, I want to update you on what's going on, what this new breaking news is, because this is something that many people expected was not going to happen. And I said there's a good chance it would happen simply because it was currently on the table. So what's going on? Well, first, all I ask is if you do enjoy these daily updates, do me a favor, go ahead, hit that like button. It really does help out the channel. The next thing I want to ask is, if you have questions regarding Social Security, if you got questions regarding the economy or Congress, please ask those questions down in the comment section below. Somebody just the other day asked, has the talks surrounding Social Security changed? That's what prompted this video. And the answer is yes, they have changed. Here's one of the biggest changes. So President Biden was dead set, or is dead set, against raising taxes on anybody making less than $400,000 per year. We understand that, we get that, that's great. The problem is, according to multiple reports, there is no way to raise enough revenue by only taxing those that make over $400,000 per year. Because if you do that, what's going to happen is all those people making over $400,000 per year are going to find one of the loopholes in the tax code to bring it down. Okay? They're not going to pay billions of dollars more every single year simply because you changed the rules. That's one of the issues. Okay? The other thing is, we can't just come out and say, all right, we're going to raise the full retirement age from age 67 up to age 69. Because guess what? That would only happen to people possibly in their 20s or 30s, maybe early 40s. But even early 40s is too soon for some lawmakers. They say that anybody under probably 30, maybe even under 40 would be get that new tax rule, get that new Social Security rule where your full retirement age is going to be age 69 or age 70. But that still means nobody's going to be changing anything until possibly the next 27, 29, 30 years. So it doesn't even make sense for today. Here's the big news. They want to change two things. Lawmakers are now discussing making two changes, but both of these changes would go against what President Biden said, where nobody making less than $400,000 per year would pay a penny more in taxes. Well, what they are actually discussing now is that the two options that are currently on the table and that should be implemented. One, we need to get rid of the Social Security tax cap. This is that where if you make over $160,200 per year, nothing over that limit is taxed. So you wouldn't have to pay the 12.4%, which is 6.2% is from you, 6.2% is from your employer. You wouldn't have to pay that. So they are discussing that. Can we just get rid of that Social Security tax cap? Well, for one, it goes against what President Biden said. Number two, it goes against what Republicans want. Republicans do not want to be taxed. We don't want to be taxed extra. That's what they're saying. Democrats say we need to tax more or we cannot spend. Where Republicans are arguing that, well, stop spending. So that is the first one. One of the things on the table, if we do that, is can there be some type of tax incentive? Can we find a way, and according to multiple reports, many experts, that if Republicans are to go for this, There better be some type of tax incentive. What do they get by paying more in taxes? There has to be something there. The second thing is the Social Security tax percentage, 12.4%. Some say that just by getting rid of the Social Security tax cap, that should be enough, but in order to make sure Social Security does remain solvent past 2033, we should also increase that tax percentage. So instead of 12.4%, maybe it goes up to 13% flat. Okay? That's a 0.6% bump. That would be on all income. Some say that might be the boost that we need. But here's the third thing. If we get rid of the Social Security tax cap, which I don't think we will, do I think they'll bump it up? Yes. If we do that, if we increase the Social Security tax percentage, do I think it's going to go to 14, 15%? I don't. Could it go up over 13 and be in between 13 and 14? Yes, easily. So that's something that could happen. The third thing is, yes, I do think we need to think long-term as well. If we're only thinking short-term, the immediate future, and not long-term, that's where we're going to pretty much put ourselves back in the same position in the next 40 to 50 years. So because of that, we also are going to have to think about increasing the full retirement age for the younger generations. That would be mine included. That is what is currently being discussed. Okay? Just to give you an idea, we've talked about before that in 2033, if Social Security doesn't get reformed, if there's not changes, if something doesn't happen, your Social Security benefits will go from 100% down to about 77 to 78%. The other issue is in 2097, the reports, all the studies right now say we would see payments not at 78%, we'd see payments of 71%. That's how much money we would have. So if we want to see our payments increase, then we have to reform Social Security. But if we don't care, then we can continue on the road that we're currently on. That's what everyone's discussing right now. Now, I want to leave you with one last thing. Social Security remains one of these constant arguments and has been for many years. Everyone said, and this is bipartisan, Republicans and Democrats said the same thing, that 2023 would be the year of Social Security. Not because they thought it was going to happen. They thought, well, okay, this is going to be a great time to do it. No, this is going to be one of the hardest times to pass a bill, a bipartisan bill for Social Security. But they say it's needed. We cannot wait any longer. Waiting is only going to make things more difficult. Just think about how things are going now. Do you think Congress is able to pass all these bills? Get anything done? No. They're struggling. They're struggling because everybody has a different agenda, and they're trying to put those 10 different agendas together, align them just right so that they perfectly fit, and it's never going to happen. So, the one thing I can tell you is that we're going to continue to have these discussions. The only problem is, are they going to lead to anything? As of right now, we don't know. But the good news is we're now getting more and more reports regarding Social Security, and as more reports come out, this should lead Congress to start to talk and possibly act. As of right now, where they're currently, they will be going on a month-long recess very soon. Just expect we should have more updates in the coming weeks. So that's where we're at this time. Again, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing. I'll see you guys on the next one.